No social media. No interviews. Just a $140 billion empire built in silence. Who is Amancio Ortega? And why is he the most powerful man you've never heard of? Imagine building one of the world's largest fashion empires, revolutionizing an industry, and amassing a fortune bigger than most tech titans, all while staying completely out of the spotlight. Amancio Ortega, the mastermind behind Zara, did exactly that. In this documentary, we'll uncover the story of a man who went from a small Spanish town to controlling a global retail giant, Inditex, with over 5,000 stores. Through expert insights and rare glimpses into his life, we'll reveal how Ortega's stealth empire building redefined fast fashion and what secrets lie behind his reclusive genius. Stick around. There's a twist to this story you won't see coming. From humble beginnings to a burning ambition, Amancio Ortega Gaona was born on March 28, 1936, in Bustongo de Arbas, a small village in Leon, Spain. The youngest of 4 children, he grew up in a modest family. His father was a railway worker and his mother a housemaid. Life wasn't easy. At 12, Ortega faced a moment that would shape his life. Accompanying his mother to a grocery store, he overheard a shopkeeper refuse her credit, leaving the family humiliated. As recounted by his biographer Covadonga Roche, Ortega was deeply shaken, vowing never to let his family face such poverty again. This moment fueled a relentless drive. At 14, Ortega left school and took a job as a delivery boy for a shirt shop in A Coruña. There, he learned the basics of garment making, absorbing every detail of the trade. By 15, he was promoted to store manager at La Maya, a local boutique where his knack for understanding customer needs began to shine. He wasn't just working, he was studying the industry, noticing how slow and disconnected clothing stores were from what customers actually wanted. Ortega's early years were a masterclass in observation. He saw inefficiencies in traditional retail. Shops took months to stock new styles, often missing what customers craved. That frustration planted the seed for what would become fast fashion. The fashion industry's disconnect in the 1960s, the fashion industry was rigid. High-end designers dictated trends, and mass-market retailers took months to produce and deliver clothes, often missing the mark on what customers wanted. Ortega, working in retail, saw this gap firsthand. Stores pushed products onto consumers rather than responding to their desires. For a young man with no formal education, this was both a challenge and an opportunity. How could he, with limited resources, create a system that delivered what customers wanted faster and cheaper? Building the Zara empire in 1963, at 27, Ortega took his first step towards solving this problem. With a small bank loan, he founded Confections Goa, a workshop producing affordable quilted bathrobes. He partnered with local seamstresses, many of them single women, to create high-quality, low-cost garments. This was no ordinary business. It was the prototype for a revolutionary model. By 1975, Ortega and his first wife, Rosalia Mera, opened their first store in A Coruña, initially named Zorba after the film Zorba the Greek. A nearby bar with the same name forced a quick rebrand, and Zara was born, a name now synonymous with global fashion. Zara's success hinged on Ortega's vision of fast fashion. Unlike competitors who outsourced production to Asia, Ortega kept manufacturing close to home in Spain, Portugal, and Morocco. This shortened supply chain allowed Zara to design, produce, and deliver new styles to stores in just 2 weeks, a fraction of the industry's standard months-long cycle. Stores received fresh inventory twice a week, creating a sense of urgency for customers. If a style didn't sell, it was pulled quickly, keeping shelves exciting and relevant. Ortega flipped the retail model. Instead of dictating trends, he listened to customers. Store managers reported daily on what was selling, and Zara's designers used that data to churn out new styles. It was a pull model, not a push, pure genius. In 1985, Ortega founded Inditex, the parent company of Zara, Massimo Dutti, Pull and Bear, Bershka, and others. By controlling every aspect of the supply chain, design, production, logistics, and retail, Inditex became a powerhouse. Ortega's early investment in technology, including computerizing operations in 1974, gave Zara a data-driven edge. Real-time sales data from stores worldwide informed design decisions, ensuring Zara stayed ahead of trends. By the 1990s, Zara was expanding globally, with stores in Portugal, 1988, New York, 1989, and Paris, 1990. Today, Inditex operates over 5,000 stores across 88 countries, with Ortega owning nearly 60% of the company. But Ortega's empire wasn't just about clothes. He quietly built a real estate portfolio worth over $17 billion through his firm, Panagadia. Using all-cash offers, he snapped up prime properties in London, New York, Miami, and Madrid, including landmarks like the Hallwout Building in Manhattan and the Torre Picasso skyscraper. Some properties house Zara stores, making Ortega his own landlord, a move that maximizes profits and control. Ortega's real estate strategy is as stealthy as his personal life. He uses Inditex dividends, over $400 million annually, to buy trophy assets, outbidding global funds with cash. It's empire building without fanfare. A study in humility despite his wealth. Estimated at $140 billion in 2025, Ortega remains an enigma. He's given only 3 interviews in his life and avoided public appearances until Inditex's 2001 IPO. No photographs of him existed until 1999. He shuns luxury, favoring a simple uniform of a blue blazer, white shirt, and gray trousers. None from Zara. He eats lunch with employees in the company cafeteria, visits Inditex headquarters daily, and sits among designers, contributing ideas. His home, a discreet apartment in A Coruña, reflects his roots. Ortega's humility stems from his past. You must appear 3 times in the newspapers. When you are born, when you marry, and when you die, he once said. His introversion and focus on work over fame set him apart from billionaire peers like Bezos or Musk. Yet his influence is undeniable. In 2015, he briefly became the world's richest person, overtaking Bill Gates when Inditex's stock peaked. Amancio's shyness isn't just personality, it's strategy. He believes success comes from the work, not the spotlight. His humility keeps him grounded, but it's his obsession with customers that built Zara. The fast fashion revolution and its controversies. Ortega's fast fashion model changed the world. Zara's ability to deliver runway-inspired designs at affordable prices democratized fashion, making it accessible to millions. Celebrities like Kate Middleton and Bella Hadid wear Zara, proving its universal appeal. But this revolution came with a cost. Critics argue fast fashion fuels overconsumption and environmental harm. In 2013, the Rana Plaza factory collapse in Bangladesh, linked to other fast fashion brands, spotlighted labor issues. While Inditex wasn't directly involved, posts on X have accused Ortega of exploiting workers early in his career and moving production to low-cost countries with lax regulations. Ortega's model is brilliant but flawed. Fast fashion drives waste and ethical questions. Inditex has improved, sourcing more sustainably and investing in worker welfare, but the industry's pace is hard to sustain responsibly. Ortega has countered criticism with philanthropy. Through the Amancio Ortega Foundation, established in 2001, he's donated over 320 million euros to fight cancer, 20 million euros to Caritas, and 100 million euros for Dana flood relief in Valencia in 2024. Students annually to study in the US and Canada, reflecting his regret over his own lack of education. Amancio Ortega's story is one of quiet power. From a poverty-stricken childhood to building Inditex, he revolutionized fashion by prioritizing speed, customer focus, and vertical integration. His real estate empire and philanthropy show a man who thinks beyond clothing. Yet his reclusive nature keeps him grounded. Ortega proves you don't need a loud voice to leave a massive mark. Just a relentless drive and a vision that changes how the world shops. His legacy, like his life, is a paradox. A billionaire who lives simply, a visionary who stays silent. Want to know how other billionaires built their empires in secret? Hit hit that subscribe button and watch our next video popping up now.